GW5000U, an updated version of the first and original high-end square G-Shock. Years before Casio started moving the squares up market with the all-steel models and recently the MRG square, we had this, the GW5000, that, just like the Frogman I reviewed, always caused debates among not only regular watch people but G-Shock collectors as well. Basically the same watch as the GW-M5610 that costs half the price of this, it was never considered a bargain, nor a best buy Casio, and you always had people debating whether or not it is worth the asking price. I can say without a doubt, it definitely is and always has been. Although the module is the same as the cheaper GWM, and even though at first glance the rest of the watch is too, once you handle both in person, you realize they're two very different animals. Next to the Frogman, the only regular G-Shock that is still made in Japan, it oozes quality. The resin used for the strap and bezel is different to the rest of the G-Shock lineup, being softer, more supple, and more premium. The monochromatic color scheme makes it look more serious with just a hint of red on the small shield, the crisp and super clear screen, and finally the screwback case that adds heft, making other regular G-Shocks feel like plastic toys. The appeal of a screwback design where the case is made out of steel with a proper screw-in caseback rather than a case made out of plastic with a metal plate held with 4 screws like the rest of the G-Shock lineup has is hard to describe with words. But it is enough to say that once you go screwback, it is very hard to go back. My GW5000SL is also a screwback, and it took me 4 years to get another G-Shock after I bought it, as everything felt too light and too flimsy. That is why I have a Frogman in the collection, why I had a vintage G2000 in the collection. All were screwbacks. Not only does the steel case add heft, which is great for people used to the weight of mechanical watches, but it also gives this feeling of indestructibility. There is no fear of stripped case threads from over-tightening the caseback like you have on regular G-Shocks. No fear of stripping or breaking the lugs, like some models experienced. A screwback truly gives you a feeling of a Casio that will outlive you and one that you'll be able to pass down to the next generation. Combine that with this updated module, one of the best Casio has ever made, being solar, atomic, having a world time function, 5 alarms, stopwatch, an improved countdown timer and backlight, as well as selectable date format, something found only on a handful of G-Shocks. Add to that the iconic square look, which has stayed almost unchanged since the 80s, and you have what I like to call the only G-Shock you'll ever need. The design was a pure case of form follows function, and like so many iconic watches, it has shown to be the best kind of design, being resistant to trends, fashion, and passage of time. I like calling squares submariners of digital watches. That is how classic and timeless they look. When you summarize all that, you realize this watch is well worth the money. And it is a G-Shock aimed at not only the seasoned G-Shock collector, but also to serious watch collectors that want to add just one G-Shock to their collection of prestigious mechanical pieces. This is the one you want if you plan on having just one G-Shock. Although speaking from personal experience, stopping at one is usually very, very hard. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.